Those kids would have had to have made it off that property probably dead that night.
Do you have time to look at the follow-up of this? Because Charmaine just brought it up to me, and Daphne's case file sent me the link. So when this conversation happened with Sunny about 6 a.m. her time, or about 10 a.m. Nova Scotia time in the morning. And then later on, when Sunny and Charmaine were doing a live, he called them and also basically blindsided them with a completely different story about what he was going to do.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. Why, do you have that called as well?
Yeah, I have that if you've got time to listen to it.
How long is it?
I'm not sure, but let me see if they've said how long it is.
Is it already out? Like, is it another one that nobody's heard before? Or not nobody? I guess we're listening to it now, but.
Well, it's not. It was on Sunny's quite a long time ago, but this is like the follow-up to
this is a follow-up call?
Yeah,
so you can see the contrast and what it is that they were, how, like,
talking behind the scenes versus when he called YouTube, like when he called
live. Like was he on YouTube in this next call?
Yes.
Yeah, let's play a little bit of it.
Okay.
Send me the link.
I think I can share it on here.
Oh, Sunny actually called him Charmaine as a follow-up after. Yeah, it's probably a good place to highlight it. That's a good idea.
1 second.
Oh, they have everything to lose, Daphne. They've got their freedom to lose. That's what they're trying to preserve.
So remove that.
But there's nothing. I see what I think I know what you're saying when it comes to the things and statements that they're going to say. They're like a skunk. The skunk, like a skunk in that sense.
All right, here we go.
And what's happening here right now, and this is 99%. I'm so 99%. She did that, and then there's.
Yeah. When did you find out you passed? Immediately after? And then just the look, and I know a lot of you saw it, but just the look and the side of his mouth, I took it as he was almost trying to fight that grin that was coming. I did a good job. I passed.
Okay.
That was a little off to me.
Wait a second. Hi, Charmaine.
Hi.
Okay, Charmaine.
Sunny.
Okay, so I have DERWOOD on the phone, and I'm just gonna, DERWOOD, can we just do a quick test? Can you just quickly say DERWOOD, DERWOOD, DERWOOD?
DERWOOD.
Can you hear that just fine?
Yes.
I remember this phone call.
Okay, so
this is the first one I've listened to.
You guys, in chat, always be respectful.
Right after.
So DERWOOD is the person that has called into Dolly's show, and honestly, DERWOOD, I'm just gonna let you say whatever you would like to say today, right now, and then maybe we can ask you a few questions throughout it, or you can ask us anything we're thinking as well. Or so I'll just let you take the wheel. Go ahead.
Well, all right. My mind is kind of rambling right now, but let's go to the first thing. I was called a liar because I said that Daniel and Malaya had lived together for 4.5 years. And that's true, because what a lot of people don't know is that Daniel lived with Malaya at my cousin's place, who is Patty, the great-grandmother, for about a year, up to a year and a half before they moved to Lansdowne. And then they lived in Lansdowne for about 3 years.
Okay.
So that's a lot of people don't know. Well, nobody, I suppose, would know that they lived there for over a year before they moved to Lansdowne, before the lady gave them their trailer to live in. Now, the shit has hit the fan a little bit here today.
Because you're kicking up dirt, right?
I was visiting with the family, and I was asking some questions, and there was somebody there that I just sort of wanted to let them know that I knew something, because I was pretty suspicious of them. And I believe they were actually eavesdropping on me, which I counted on. So I let out a little information that should have shook things up. And then I believe the person that eavesdropped on me, I intentionally let them eavesdrop on me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I believe they directly called Malaya, and within a half an hour, Malaya had panicked and grabbed the baby, grabbed Meadow, and took off from Cindy's place, which is her mother's place in Wentworth.
Right.
And that's where she's been staying under 24-hour supervision by CPS. But anyway, she fought with her mother. Her mother tried to keep her there physically and couldn't keep her there. And Malaya headed, what I was told by the other family members who called me back right away, and that she had grabbed the baby and ran and headed for the reserve in Shubenacadie. Why she would head for the reserve, I don't know. And I don't know for sure if that's where the chief of the Micmac Reserve, it's his brother that's her lawyer.
Oh, yeah.
And the only thing I can think of in that, and not.
Sorry, my bad. Wrong video. 1 second. 54:17. Sorry, guys. He's 54. Sorry, guys. Share screen. Let's try that again. Here we go. Oh, we got Kent on there as well. Wonderful. Okay, and that was 54:17. Mary. 54:17. We'll do 30 seconds ahead of time.
Okay. I'll call.
Yeah, well, I think
The
Justin
mother's name is Remy.
Let me turn that down.
with Justin, I think it was just that he was cutting in and out so much, and
Yeah.
Justin was trying to get answers.
I can see that, Kat. I can see that.
You guys, Darren, you obviously said your name and you said why, and
Yes, I don't give a shit. They can know my name if they want. My name's Darren. So D-A-R-I-N.
yeah, when I seen someone put it in chat, I'm
Darren.
like, someone said you were on Dolly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try
So-
volume up with Derwin, please.
Yes, please.
Very happy right now.
Okay, hold 1 second. 1 second. Because I'm holding it the same way I did. Darren, just do me a favor. Just say test 1, 2, 3 for me, so make sure everyone can hear you.
Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3.
That's better.
Okay, perfect.
Better, but it can be louder.
And I'm from Nova Scotia. I can even go up to 10 if you want.
That's good.
1
Only if you
second.
tell us some more jokes there, Darren. That was a good one.
East Coast.
Okay, so you said you're very happy. Which
Yes, I'm extremely happy. I had a hell of a good second part of this day. Really good.
okay.
Now listen, you guys. You can believe this or not, but I'm done. I'm finished with this. I rode it to the end, and I'll tell you why. I never succeeded in bringing the kids back to us, but that wasn't going to happen anyway because CPS is not going to give those kids back when we find them. They're not going to give those kids back to us anyway, to the family anyway. They're, with all that's gone on, there's no way. Do you guys think so? And with Meadow, I mean, I don't think Malaya's ever going to get Meadow again. And so, but I'll tell you why I'm not happy about some of that. But I'll tell you what I found out later today. Okay, I had a real good. The person I needed to see later this afternoon. I got to them. Oh boy, and I can't say who they are, and I can't really say.
That's fine.
And I can't really say what they told me, but it's ironclad. It's 1,000% true. Okay? I know exactly what happened to the kids. The kids are alive. The kids are probably not in Nova Scotia now, but the kids are safe. The The kids are being taken care of by, I'm sure, by Malaya's native people. They're alive, and I'm probably, my goal in this was, I said my number one goal, if we could get those kids back alive, that would have been it. But knowing what I found out today through CPS and the information that I found out from this person, and believe me, it's ironclad. It's 1,000%. The kids are alive, and somebody has them that's taking care of them. Meadow is in custody of CPS, and they're going to decide where Meadow goes. And I have no control over that. And if Logan could get custody of temporary custody or permanent custody of Meadow, I would be happy with that. And
I just want to stop there for a second. Why does he think that he has the right to decide where Meadow goes, first of all? And why does he think Logan would be better for Meadow than anyone else when Logan didn't even have Malaya's telephone number, or Malaya didn't even have Logan's telephone number? It's just mind-blowing. Anyway, do you have anything to throw in there yet? AB? No? Okay.
And I talked to well, I can't say that. Let's just say I recommended Logan to the proper people to have Meadow. Now, Jack and Lily, I'm telling you, they're alive, and I'm sure they're being protected by the Native community, probably not the Native community in Shubenacadie. And they may not
Test,
even...
can you hear me?
Now, that's
test
what
1, test 2.
And there's a
I was
big
muted.
what I know and what I think. So I just told you what I know. And if I tell you what I think, it's probably wrong.
I'm
So
online, Mom.
Wait.
What's that?
No, sorry. That was
No,
Ken.
go ahead.
Mute yourself.
So that's all I got right at this point. If you ask me if you people ask me what I think, I might be wrong. But I'm telling
Explore, you can hear me?
you what I said so
Yeah.
far.
Okay, thanks, guys.
So just to confirm, so you said it's 1,000% ironclad that these children are alive.
Yep.
Jack
And if I
Lily.
turn out to be wrong, the source that informed me this
Well, you're not very ironclad then.
I'll fully expose it to show people why I said I'm 1,000% right.
Okay, right.
Okay? But the only way I'll expose that is
He's
if
not
I
saying
do
fucking
turn out to be
anything.
wrong.
Okay.
Because this source is very important, very in the know, very heavy, right in the middle of everything, and
Steadfast in the people that he knows, and he's so trustworthy, when the reality of the situation is he's not. He's completely the opposite of all of that. Fuck you, Derwood.
Yeah, Charmaine was saying to me earlier that they felt very blindsided by this whole situation because that wasn't what he had said in the earlier conversation, right?
Yeah, like that at the time thing.
Yes,
Blindsided.
and then he comes up on the live and says 1,000% ironclad, they're alive.
Well, you
Right.
notice he changes things right away.
Yeah.
He acknowledges really subconsciously what he said before in the phone call. And then he's talking about how much better that his day has gone because he's talked to all of these important people. And now he's got all of this information that's so relevant to the case. He can't wait to share it with you, but just enough, without actually committing to really saying anything here. He's not communicated one fucking thing. He's just, over explained a couple things and told you how confident he is in this fictitious piece of information. What a fucking loser, dude.
Yeah.
What a POS. Now, why are you so goddamn worried and sensitive about what Daniel has to say in this story about, and not so many words, you picking up the kids at the end of the driveway? That's what Derwood's alluding to. about him being the guy that picked up the kids at the end of the driveway right from his mouth. Nobody else's. His mouth. Nobody's even entertained it because it's not worth talking about because it hasn't brought us there yet. Until again, DERWOOD introduces us to this information.
Yeah. And I found it extremely interesting, and I was trying to figure out what the correlation was between what he said to Sunny and Shar that morning and that what he later comes out to say, which was he admits that Patty had asked him to go and rescue the kids and Malaya. And I'm trying to figure out why he didn't come out with that when he was speaking to Sunny. Why did he not say, well, the reason I think
He's
this.
got bullshit going on with everybody, right?
Yeah, and it's just it's like he's adds things in after the fact, right, to make the
You
story.
do that when you're fabricating as you need it.
Yes.
You're fabricating to fit. You're tailoring it, right?
Yeah, and then he after that, he's over telling Patty, who he says asked him to go and rescue the kids. After that, he's going and telling Patty it was Hayden, right? So then you've got Patty calling Haley, thinking it's Hayden, saying, "I know you've got the kids. DERWOOD told
No
me."
matter what it is that he's saying in the background,
Yeah.
what's really happening here is an intense manipulation of the extended family of the people involved in the background. So he's got multi-uses to Janie and Daniel, right? No matter what he says, because nothing's directly true. He's a bullshitter, and people are picking up on that in real time. I don't think anybody out there is actually believing old Darren except for maybe Patty.
Yeah. I wonder if she still is.
Haley. Yeah. And that's, who knows, that's outdated. That's just hearsay, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't think that she actually does. She's probably been straightened out by Cindy at this point in time. And
yeah. And by all accounts and purposes,
very nice. What's that?
By all accounts and purposes, everything I hear about Cindy is that she is pretty above board these days and sort of quite law-abiding, and she probably would have torn a couple of shreds off of Wade after that interview. And also by Haley's own account, Cindy, was upset with how Malaya and Hayden were treating their property and was telling them basically to sort themselves out, like fix yourselves up here. So I just can't see how anything he says can have any accuracy at all.
It's
other than his leakage.
You're right. Like nothing that he says. It's not that people should be taking anything that he says with to heart in that sense. It's what he's doing in that sense and where he is in placement and what he's trying to push. The fact that he's trying to push certain things to begin with. He doesn't need to be there. This is an unnecessary position to put himself in, but yet he's insistent more so than anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yeah, indeed. That is the $150,000 question.
And when you point out sensitivities like that phone call of Sunny's, that's your answer in that sense. We know that this asshole is having information that he's withholding, and that when it comes to this whole scenario, and he's on top of that telling lies. And he's admitted to all these lies too. It's such a fucking confusing scenario. He's an individual for sure. He's a character. Daphne, I believe for sure they were IMO. What are you saying, Daphne? What did she say? Let me see. I read the wrong comment. Ask yourself, why would Cindy and Malaya's fam go search with PBMH if they knew where the kids are? Like, makes no sense. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And why would they
that's another conversation.
Yeah, and they concentrated around Wayne's. They wanted that particular area to search, and they were willing to go off. It looks, maybe my opinion, perhaps to go off a slightly beaten path to look as well. And it's interesting. But yes, why would Cindy and there was Cindy, Haley, Cheryl, and Angeline I believe, and some perhaps their partners that went out searching with Please Bring Me Home. So yes, exactly. Why would they search? None of Daniel's family searched. Not one. They just yelled at them.
Listen, I don't hold it against anybody when it comes to these stupid searches. You can go out and do whatever it is that you want and makes you feel better at the time. Our answers are with Daniel, Janie, and probably Derwood and Malaya. God knows why that side is doing any of what they're doing. Whatever it takes to make themselves feel better, especially those surrounding Malaya. But she's lying to them all in the first place. No doubt about it.
Yeah, well, there's definitely somebody lying out there, and probably more than one, because if people weren't lying, we would know where Jack and Lily are, and we wouldn't be here 8 months.
Walking around, Malaya's walking around out there, actively pushing the belief of what she said in front of the camera in CTV. You wonder who's lying to people out there? Malaya's fucking straight up lying. So I don't even want to go there. They can do what they fucking want. I'm not interested one iota. Nothing about that organization or little frantic search is interesting. It's bullshit. You have to have a reason to go and search certain places, a real tight reason, especially given all of the things that you've learned about a particular case. You don't go in there willy-nilly, but they're all about setting themselves up to fundraise, to prey on people's emotions, filled with false hope, all centric around this stupid son of a bitch Malaya. I've got zero sympathy for this stupid son of a bitch. She's going to get everything that she deserves too, even though that she's a victim and a perpetrator in this. I guess you can't be really both. It depends how you want to look at it. As far as I'm concerned, she had all the time in the world to get the fuck out of this relationship. She was in charge at the end of the day when it comes to Jack and Lily. Or came to Jack and Lily.
I don't know. I think I disagree a little bit on some regards, only just with your own words when it comes to.
You're allowed to. You can disagree.
Yeah,
I'm just going hard.
Just with the coercive control and stuff. Until I'm gonna
disagree with the coercive control. What do you mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna withhold reservation on Malaya just yet. I feel like she knows more than what she said, but I don't know if she knows where they actually are.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I can agree to that. I can agree that the possibility is there. However, it's probably important for the police to hold her. I don't want to start speaking that way. You don't want to press her too hard. You've got to pick her brain for certain things, even though she's withholding. I'm just emoting all over it.
Yeah, no,
I kind of agree.
I want to believe that she is communicating with the RCMP, but I'm not an RCMP, so I don't know. But yes,
that's a conversation we can have at some point in time.
Yeah, we'll have to continue this on part 2 of A Balance and Shenanigans, or actually it'll be part 3 soon because it's already 9 and it's a school night.
You're giving us that's actually, I'm going to think about that. That's a good point. It's worth thinking about in that sense, though.
Yeah, I just I want to believe that. But I could be totally wrong. But it would explain the absolute silence, and her family members.
Doesn't the silence speak for itself in that sense? It speaks for itself. But what I'm getting at is that it's really not important in the interim, but it says so much, and it really confirms our suspicions. And there's a game being played